welcome back or welcome to my channel. Today we are reading a Todoroki X Listener No Happy Ending After All by Ramen Makes on Wattpad. I hope you all enjoy, and all you Sims out there are about to die, aren't you? So as you can tell by the title, it's gonna be sad. You're a villain. This is a villain listener, female listener. So I'm so sorry about the she, her pronouns. I tried changing it. I'm probably gonna try changing it still, but if I can't, it's gonna be female listener. Swearing ahead, but I will not be swearing because YouTube demonetizes me. And slight gore. This is aged up, so everyone's in their 20s. They already graduated from UA and all that fun stuff. And yeah. There's going to be links in the description with petitions. If you are 18 years or older, you may sign them. I am not 18 years or older, so I'm just providing them to you all. And yeah, let's get into it. You haven't changed a bit, haven't you, Peppermint? The voice echoed off the wall, sending a sickening chill up everyone's spines. Midoriya, Kirishima, go find Bakugo and assist him. I'll take care of her. Sho's voice was stern as he glanced at the two behind him. Her? Midoriya spoke, his eyebrow furrowing in confusion. No, don't send them off just yet. I haven't seen you all in what, over 4 years? Yeesh, I miss you guys. The person hopped out of the shadows. Your name? Both Kirishima and Midoriya yelled, eyes widening in shock. Hiya! He smiled, but instead of joy, it was filled with venom. You weren't the YN they used to know. You were behind all of this? Kirishima shouted, his voice seeping with hatred. Maybe, he said, walking over to the three heroes. You walked towards Todoroki and stopped in front of him. You reached up and pushed his hair out of his face, smiling gently. Todoroki was confused and let his guard down, uncautiously letting his arms drop to his sides. Shoto, no! Midoriya was cut off by your name, kicking Todoroki out of the 8th-story building. You then appeared in front of them and sent both him and Kirishima out a different window. You then stepped out of the building you just threw Todoroki out of, using your quirk to slowly glide yourself down onto the ground next to him. Wait, Shota, you aren't dead, right? It'd be a shame if you were. You walked over to the cloud of dust and debris. Suddenly, you were kicked to the side, sending you flying into a nearby building. You're easy to ready, Ellen. His voice rang through the empty streets as he walked towards you. So cold of you. You're even calling me by my last name now? Harsh. You groaned in pain as you slowly pushed yourself up. I have no reason to call you by your first, he said, stopping a few meters in front of you and shorting you a harsh glare. I thought we had something, huh? Did you forget our promise? You teased, cracking your neck and knuckles. That died the moment you betrayed us, he said, his voice filled with so many emotions that it was difficult for you to read him. Oh, come on, that was years ago. Plus, you did say that no matter what, you'd end up marrying me one day. You gonna hold up to that, or are you not a man of your word? You spoke teasingly, trying to anger him as much as you could. Some promises need to be broken in order for us to move on. It's clear you haven't, he said, getting into a battle stance. Typical Todoroki's, always itching to get back to the fight, you mumbled, as you too readied yourself. Time skip. Shoot, shoot, shoot. When and how the heck did he get this strong? Your thoughts were rushed as you ran as fast as you could to get away from him. At this point, your body was covered in wounds and your right leg had been broken, making it difficult for you to maneuver through the city rumble. You let out a pain scream as you were slammed into the ground, being held down by an all-too-familiar bird. Glad to see you're still kicking, Dark Shadow. You struggled, the pain in your body starting to creep up on you. It's over, Lion. Give it up. Ah, Togoyami, it's great to see you again. Your thoughts brought an ache to your heart. During the fight, some of the other heroes had showed up to assist Shoto. Doria, Kirishima, Bakugo, Uraka, and of course Shoto. The ache continued to worsen as you listed off the people surrounding you in your head. Well, this is oddly nostalgic, isn't it? You laughed, only to let out a choked cry as Bakugo stomped on your stomach. Shut your effing mouth, he growled, stepping back away from you. Silence filled the air as you let your head hang low. The others stood back and absorbed from former classmate, most of them holding back tears. This is what she had become, a monster. Why? Uraka said, her voice strained as she tried to hold back her tears. Why did you do that to us? We were family, she spoke, only making her way over to the fallen woman, gripping her collar tightly. Oh God. How could you do that to the people that cared about you? The brunette screamed, tears now streaming down her cheeks. However, you stay silent, not daring to look up at your friend. Well, former friend. We all cared for you, we trusted you, and you do that to us? The hero sobbed, falling to her knees in front of the girl. Please tell us why, she choked out, her voice now soft and broken. Silence filled the air once again as she stayed silent, not daring to speak up. That's until Uraka pulled her into a gentle embrace, sobbing into her shoulder. Oh God. Please, please, the hero sobbed. You looked at Togoyami. Her eyes dull, but he knew what she wanted. Togoyami signaled for Dark Shadow to... Wine looked up at Togoyami. Her eyes dull, but he knew what she wanted. Togoyami signaled for Dark Shadow to let her go, and she was soon released. Hesitantly, she wrapped her arms around the hero. This made the girl sob even more. Wine traced gentle circles on her back as an attempt to calm her cries, and surprisingly it worked. They soon pulled away from each other, and Uraka sat in front of her, waiting patiently for her to talk. You hung your head low once again. You spoke, but stopped yourself. You took a deep breath and continued. It wasn't meant to go like this. I know it sounds cliché, but I never meant to hurt any of you. You said, your voice cracking mid-sentence. I wanted to be a hero so badly, but I was too weak. You stopped to take another deep breath before continuing. So, Tomura found me in a park when I was 12. He took me in, and we became family. A horrible, horrible family, you said, looking up at the sky as raindrops started to fall onto the cold pavement. Great character moment. Originally, the plan was for me to infiltrate UA when I got old enough, then gain the trust of every student and teacher there. That was when the real plan would begin. They were all listening at this point. The rain continued to softly hit against their skin as you continued. I would learn all I could about your quirks and your battle techniques, and would learn everything about you, and then use it against you. You inhaled sharply as you swallowed the lump in your throat. But of course, that didn't work since the pros showed up quicker than we had anticipated. You stopped, and you let the soothing sound of rain hitting the concrete fill the air. So what? You could have stopped at any time, Kaminari spoke, his voice leaking with venom and anger. You're right. I could have. But I was an idiot, you sighed painfully as you stared at the ground. Damn right you are, Bakugo scowled, his arms crossed over his chest. I wasn't supposed to get attached to you all. I wasn't meant to actually care about you people. I wasn't meant to fall in love. Your voice cracked as you curled your hands into a fist. Everyone showed a small glance at Todoroki to see how he would react, but they saw nothing on his face. So what? You still did it. You let us all wondering what happened and left us with one effing depressed icy hot. Bakugo growled, walking over to you, pushing Uraka out of the way and grabbing your collar roughly. You disgust me. We all trusted you, and you betrayed us. He growled once again, his grip on your collar tightening. That's when you started to laugh, the volume of your voice gradually increasing as you let out crazed laughs. Yeah, and you were all idiots to trust me back. And you, Bakugo. You stopped before looking up at him with crazed eyes. Are far too close for my liking. You took out a knife that you had hidden and sliced a clean cut in the side of his throat. Jesus Christ. He let out a pained shout before Dark Shadow shot to pin you down again, succeeding once again. This time, you were held on the wall of the building, your back colliding harshly with the concrete as you coughed out blood from the impact. That little... Bakugo scowled, holding his hand over the wound before walking towards you with the rest of them. They stopped a few meters in front of you. That's when they saw Todoroki start to take small steps towards you, ice starting to cover his right hand. Todoroki, what are you? Midoriya covered Uraka's mouth with his hand, securing her in his hold. He knew what was about to happen, and there was nothing he could do to stop it. There's no reason to stop him either. You deserve this for what you did to countless amounts of people, right? This is what you deserved for killing millions of innocent people and ruining so many people's lives, right? So then, why did he feel sorry for you? Why did he feel any remorse at all? Midoriya held the girl back and looked at Kirishima and Bakugo. Kirishima shot him a pained look while Bakugo's face was blank. No emotion at all. Your head was hanging low as Todoroki took more steps close to you. You heard footsteps and looked up to see who it was, but was met with a piercing pain in your stomach. Uraka let out a small scream as she struggled to get out of Midoriya's grip. Your eyes widened as you met the gaze of your past lover, watching small tears start to form in his eyes. You looked down to see the ice that had covered his hand went straight through your stomach. The ice had a point at the end, making it easier to pierce skin. You looked back up at him as Dark Shadow let you go. You fell forward into his embrace as he tore his hand out of your stomach, melting the ice surrounding it. Todoroki softly laid you down on the ground, gently pushing the rubble out of the way. He kneeled down next to you and stared down at your blank expression. That's when he spoke. Was everything you just said a lie? He spoke softly, so many emotions filling his mind that he couldn't understand. He watched as you weakly shook your head. You slowly looked to meet his gaze, a pained smile crossing your features as you weakly cupped his cheek. Especially not the part about me loving you, you said, your voice becoming hoarse as your body continued to weaken at the loss of blood. Todoroki let his head hang low, tears slowly starting to slip from his eyes, and your hand dropped from his face. He looked up to see your eyes were now closed, as your last few tears molded with the rain. He shut his eyes tightly, clenching his fists before standing up and facing the others. Come on, let's regroup with everyone else. There are still villains we need to take care of, Shoto spoke, walking past the group. They all looked back at their former classmate. Uraka's sobs continued as Midoriya slowly dragged her away as they made their way back to the others. I guess there really is no such thing as happy endings after all. Dang, that was sad. Sorry. That was sad. I hope you guys are doing okay after that. Probably not, but you know, some people might be okay. Again, there's going to be links in the description for petitions if you'd like to sign them if you're 18 years or older, because I'm not going to have you guys do illegal stuff. You have to be 18 years or older in order to sign petitions, guys. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video, even though it was very rough. Like, I couldn't talk, but that's okay. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Bye!